There it is, first snow of the year. Can't say I'm too happy to be filming that. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to fall. Cold, rainy, windy, but I do love it. Happy Canadian Thanksgiving, everybody. This is the start of the dark times. Every year it comes. The leaves fall and the snow follows. 3 days ago, I was in a trailer down in Lindsay in 30 degrees Celsius weather, and they're calling for snow either today or tomorrow. It's the time of year where you just want to stay inside out of the rain. But there's a lot of work to be done. All the equipment has to be changed over to snow plowing and blowing equipment. Four-wheelers have to be taken care of. Oil changes done on all the equipment. Snow machines have to be prepared for winter. The final cutting of the lawn, removing of all the leaves. It's a lot of work. It's a busy time of year. I appreciate you guys joining me on my southern trip. Got some great photography down in Lindsay. Got to visit the family. Blue Jays didn't do any hell, but I wasn't really expecting them to. Got to put all this stuff away out here in the gazebo. Take the roof down. Put the burner away, all the chairs. We won't be sitting out here filming anymore. Not until spring comes back. You know, speaking of filming, I'm going to make some changes. Some of you may have noticed, those that are more sensitive to frame rate, we are shooting this video in 30p. Ever since I got the new phone months ago, I had switched everything over to 60p. And then I couldn't figure out why the videos were taking hours to render. And I just figured it out today, like 9 months after getting my phone. We switched everything over to 60p 4K, or so I thought. And then I realized that this camcorder only does 1080 HD. And so I put it on 60p HD. And then when I mixed the footage together, it was having to upscale all of the high definition video footage from this camera to match the 4K video from the other cameras in my phone. And it was causing a problem, you know, tripling the time to render movies for you guys. And I couldn't figure out why until today. I just realized my mistake. Oh wait, I changed this camera. So it's actually got me thinking, maybe it's time that we upgrade one of our DSLRs. Maybe we add one to the family. And I'm thinking about adding the ZV EV1, which will shoot 4K 60. And then I could continue filming in a little smoother frame rate for you guys. But there is something to be said about, you know, 30p or 24p. I'm very susceptible to that frame rate. I notice it. And if you guys know, all of the new TVs have that motion interpolation. Some of them call it like a movie smoothing. You know, it turns all of the TVs into 120 frames. I don't like the look of those TVs, and I actually turn my TVs off. I turn that feature off so that when I watch an old Western, or I watch any of the movies from when I was a kid, Predator, any of these movies that were filmed 24p, they still look the way I remember them. Because if you turn that setting on, I find everything looks very smooth. I always say it looks like an English soap opera, filmed on a lot, on a TV set, you know, like a sitcom or something. They don't look right. They don't have that right motion to them. So there is something to be said about filming in 30p for you guys. But I do try to film a lot of stuff, you know, with the A7R III and 4 that I own. And if I showed you guys the behind the scenes footage, you would see me doing take after take. Sometimes I'm just standing there with the camera on a tripod trying to tell you guys something, like out at Dad's, showing you Dad's house. And there's always a crap factor. I wanted to say a crop factor. A crap factor. The camera, when you push record, when you're using the DSLRs or the mirrorless cameras, they zoom in. So you frame up what you want to see on the camera, you push record, and it zooms in. And it's a real pain in the butt. You're constantly reframing, moving the tripod back. And the ZV EV1 does not have a crop factor. Sorry if I look funny, guys. I'm tilting my head down because it's actually raining pretty good right now. And I'm trying to stop the rain from going down the back of my neck and from hitting my glasses. So I think what I'd like to start doing is filming more with the mirrorless cameras, getting more of a cinematic look to our stuff. You guys know that I've constantly been looking for the ultimate vlogging camera, and Sony is toting that the ZV EV1 is that, and a lot of guys that are using it are saying, you know, for what it is fantastic. Do I really need to, you know, switch cameras again? I don't know. I struggle with the A7R4 and the A7R3. The A6600 is the same way. The stabilization is terrible on all three of those cameras. You cannot walk around and do a vlog style. But apparently with the ZV EV1 we can. It has a dynamic stabilization mode. And if we buy an ultra wide lens, like a 12mm, because that stabilization mode will again crop in, but if we get a wide enough lens, then I can walk around and vlog with it. We should be able to put a 24mm lens on there and have no crap factor. It'll just, what we see is what we get. Gary pushes record, my scenes are set up, saves me a lot of time. And now, I should mention, guys, why this was so important. The trouble with rendering videos was taking hours, like I say, to create these videos for you guys. Now I'm back to being able to create or render a 15-minute video in about a minute when I get all three cameras using the same settings, right? If it has to mix and match and put them together, that was the problem, unbeknownst to me, that this one was only shooting in HD. So, you know, I wish they would make a camcorder, an APS-C camcorder with no camcorders don't have any crop. What I see is what I get. When I push record, it doesn't suddenly shift and change and move in. And as a filmmaker, the camcorders are the ultimate solution, but nobody makes camcorders anymore. They've fallen out of favor. Well, this guy right here, I vote for the camcorder. I love the camcorder. To have the 12x zoom built right in, you know, it fits in the palm of your hand. Some of the best stabilization I've ever seen on the Sony AX53 camcorder. it actually has a gyro in here. The lens moves around. As I'm moving the camera, I can see it. You know, this camera was made probably in 2016. Why haven't they updated it? I don't know. They just haven't. And then we have the issues with this one. You know, it scares me whether it's gonna, I mean, it's working fine right now, but it wasn't. We went through a bit of it got wet. And I just got it wet again, showing you guys the backyard. So I have to be careful with that. So I just wanted to touch base with you guys today. We're gonna go out to the cottage and we're gonna have Thanksgiving dinner with the family. And it's one of those days where it's cold, it's wet out. You're going to appreciate the fireplace and the warmth of the cottage. The warm smells coming from the oven as the mother-in-law bakes pies and desserts and a turkey dinner and whatever else we're having. This is the kind of cold day that you appreciate that. So I'll bring you guys along. We'll get a bit of footage. Why not? I bring you guys everywhere I go. There it is, first snow of the year. Well, the cottage road, it's looking like winter in here. Oh, Thanksgiving at the cottage. The power went out. Thankfully, the turkey was done. We did the potatoes on the barbecue and the veggies in the microwave. We started the generator, so the generator's running. But yeah, snow, cold, and no power. I'm thankful for propane. How about you guys?
I'm thankful for mashed potatoes.
I'm thankful that Dad has gas.
No power, no problem.
No power, no problem.